What's going on, YouTube gang? It's your boy Prodigy Beats coming back at you with another video. And you already know what it is. But we gonna get in this little situation, man, where an Arizona artist, man, well, I think an Arizona artist, I don't know, man. It just looked like some shit went down in Arizona, man. Damn. Why can't a rapper just be successful? Damn it. Shit. But hell yeah, we on the road to motherfucking 50. You already know we on the road to 50 subscribers. Let's do our thing. But before we get into this video, man, I want y'all to take that 10 seconds. You already know what it is. Take that 10 seconds, get your mind right. And we're gonna get right into it. Let's get it.
Who went into the house?
Damn.
Back there!
That sound low.
And they ripped him from us. They took him away from us for no reason. He didn't do anything but stay in his studio in his room.
Damn.
Tonight we're hearing from a grieving El Paso mother whose son was murdered in Arizona.
Oh, he was from El
He said that
Paso.
he was going to make sure that his nieces, his nephews, his mom, his grandma, we had everything. He wanted to make sure that we weren't we don't live in poverty, and we're not in a bad neighborhood. We live in a good neighborhood. But he wanted us to have better. He was a man that had a family, had people that loved him, and people that needed him. And now you've ripped them out of our hearts and out of our hands. And I want you to know that justice is going to prevail.
Another unfortunate situation. Another mother left to grieve alone. Family, we gotta go to Arizona today. We gotta talk about a young man who was inspired to be a rapper. He ended up getting booked for a fake show by his fake friends. One thing led to another. He ended up losing his life in the process. So before we get into this one, break down the details, also pay our respects. Remember, family, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Tuscan, Arizona, Payment County, a place where it's large, isolated areas. It could be 45 minutes to an hour to get to a main attraction. Not to mention, also local authorities to get to a crime scene. You can look up, next thing you know, you're in a mountain in the middle of nowhere. Now, a popular landmark in Payment County is a lake called Rose Canyon Lake. And on Saturday, April 2nd, 2023, authorities will locate a body yet to be identified.
Live, local, late breaking. Watching 13 News live at 10.
Tucson.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for 13 News Live at 10. I'm Michaela Novitsky. Tonight, a harrowing discovery on Mount Lemon. Detectives from the Pima County Sheriff's Department say they are investigating a suspicious death after a body was discovered near the highway. According to a spokesperson with the department, deputies responded to a call off Catalina Highway and Rose Canyon Lake at 6 a.m. this morning. 13 News reporter Shelby Slaughter joins us live from the base of Mount Lemon. And Shelby, what can you tell us?
The all-new Tech Mount is a two-part quick connect mounting system which allows 10-degree cant increments in 360 degrees. The first part of this system is the Tech Mount receiver, which is to be affixed to the back.
Yeah, deputies were up on the mountain for hours today investigating. Details are limited at this time, but I'm told this death is being investigated as suspicious.
This is in the area of Rose Canyon Lake up on Mount Lemon.
An area that takes about 45 minutes to get to from the base of the mountain. Something that Tyler Legg with the Pima County Sheriff's Department tells me caused some challenges when trying to get crews to respond to reports of a dead body near Rose Canyon.
Upon arrival, deputies located an individual who was pronounced deceased. Through the investigation, it was determined that the circumstances surrounding the person were suspicious in nature.
He says now detectives from the Criminal Investigation Unit have taken over the investigation, noting that it's still too early to say if foul play was involved. Legg says because of the area, it took crews some time to get there, causing delays for drivers heading up and down the mountain for a majority of the day, including lane restrictions and at some points even closures so crews could continue their investigation. Anybody with information on this incident is urged to call 911.
You can also submit a tip through 88 Crime or by going to 88crime.org and submit an anonymous tip.
It's fucked up that a mom gotta go through this shit, but it's even more fucked up that she gotta go through this shit
And this is a
living in
developing
another
story.
state.
And of course, we'll keep you updated both on air and online as we learn more. For now, reporting from Mount Lemon, I'm Shelby.
Now, the identity of the body was identified right away, and that's mainly because the individual we about to discuss, may he rest in peace, he informed his mom the day before that he felt as if though the friends that he came up here with to do a show may have been trying to backdoor him. Meet 24-year-old Malik Brooks, an aspiring rapper, a loner, and a family man. He was later identified as the man who lost his life. May he rest in peace, and love condolences to his family.
The department is asking for information about what happened to a 23-year-old found dead yesterday morning near Rose Canyon Lake. The Sheriff's Department tells us they found Malik Brooks' remains around 6 yesterday morning. Homicide detectives are investigating. Call 911 or 88 Crime if you have any information about what happened.
2 days after that gruesome discovery, 3 people were later be arrested. It later turned out to be 4 people arrested, which you'll later see in the video. But pay attention, family, because during this time, more information will come out. Now, before we disclose that information, the victim in this case, Brooks, his body was found with forceps trauma, according to the autopsy that was later revealed. Now, take a look at these 3 individuals, family. Nuhaid Kasim, Quentin Hall, and Derek Ash. They will all be charged for the demise of Brooks. Kasim, Hall, and Ash are currently being held at the Pima County Jail. Ellis was arrested with the help of U.S. Marshal Service and is in custody in Belton, Texas. Brooks' mother gave out more information. Ms. Demetria Hollis has stated her son was lured to Tuscan on a promise that he was going to perform at a rap concert. The mother also said that she got a call from 2 people that knew her son on Snapchat, and they talked about him performing. So according to the affidavit, this man, who was also a close friend, had orchestrated the whole thing. The arrest affidavit for Ash confirms Brooks was lured to Arizona. He was going to perform in a rap show at a music venue. Now, this is how authorities made that discovery. The conspiracy was discovered while listening to an El Paso County Detention Center jail calls, which you guys know I will request, between a group that were not identified in the affidavit. It stated a person in the group got a call from a person identified as Suspect 1, talking about Brooks and how Hawk and someone else were working on some stuff in Tuscan. Now stay with me, family. An investigation then uncovered that Brooks was dropped off by Uber at an address in Tuscan that was associated with Hawk. The victim, Brooks, had told a friend he was staying at the location he was dropped off at, stated in the document. Hawk told authorities he knew about the jail conversations, which investigators believe Holt knew of the plan. Holt admitted to knowing the individuals that had conversations as well, but denied knowing anything about the plan, which means he only snitched
like a bitch
little bit. Crazy. Now that's where the alleged motive come in. He reportedly accused one of the individuals in the demise of Brooks of being mad at Brooks over money, according to the complaint. Investigators learned from another individual that Holt said Brooks had been killed, and this where the report get tricky. It's just like a lot of these suckers. They start to snitch on each other, and it's all about who said it first. Because Holt reportedly told the individuals that Brooks was killed on Mount Lemon and was shot 2 times in the head, according to the complaint. But an individual told investigators that Hawk, Kasim, and Ash were at the scene of the shooting, claimed Hawk was the shooter. Demetria Holland said she talked to her son just 10 minutes before the incident. She said on April 1st, she pleaded with her son not to go. I didn't want him to leave. I kept telling him, please, don't leave, don't leave. Just like it doesn't seem right for you to leave by yourself. He never left by himself, she had quoted. According to authorities, Brooks was on the phone with his mother 5 minutes before he was killed. During that phone call, his mother said Brooks told her that he felt he was going to get shot in the head. She said the phone call ended and her son texted her one final time. He told me, Mom, I love you and I'm a G. And that's the last thing I heard from my son. Ms. Holland said her son stayed to himself in his room making music. She had one last message for the people who was held responsible for taking the life of her son. I just want justice for my baby. I want justice. I want these men that have done this to my son. I don't wish God hurt them because that's too easy. I want them to be punished under the law.
The investigation into the murder of an El Paso man who was found dead in Arizona continues on.
KFOX 14 Morning News reporter Ariana Barra is live in the studio with new information as to what investigators say led to his death.
Well, Jessica, Selena, I spent the morning sifting through the arrest affidavits, and we are now learning that the 24-year-old aspiring rap artist Malik Brooks was shot and killed after being lured to Arizona with the promise that he would be able to perform at a rap show.
The affidavit states that one suspect, Quentin Holt, says a man was upset with Brooks when it came to money, before he then goes on to say that Brooks was shot in the head twice, something Brooks' mother says her son was wary of.
What I can say is I was on the phone with him 5 minutes before they killed him. We were FaceTiming, and he sent me a text telling me, "Mom, I think they're gonna backdoor me," meaning that they're gonna shoot him through the head.
The Pima County Sheriff's Department says Brooks was found dead near a lake back on April 2nd with obvious signs of trauma. 4 suspects have been arrested and are now behind bars awaiting murder charges. At this time, we only have booking photos for 3 out of the 4. Investigators say they uncovered some of the details after listening in on jailhouse calls from El Paso between some of the suspects and looking through group text messages. They also say the calls revealed the suspects were talking about Brooks using an alias he often used on social media, saying they were, quote, working on some stuff in Tucson, end quote. The investigation into Brooks' death is still ongoing, and you can count on KFOX 14 to keep you updated with this case, both on air and online at kfoxtv.com.
And before we wrap it up, family, we do want to say once again, R.P. to Malik Brooks. May he rest in peace, young king. And also, love and condolences to your family, friends, and loved ones. There you have it, family. Another story of people close to somebody setting them up, using their dreams, turning them into nightmares. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like us.
This situation is just crazy, G. Cause they really backdoored this kid, G. And the whole fact is, and the crazy thing is y'all really backdoored this. Y'all didn't even backdoor him in y'all state. Y'all took him to a whole nother state and killed him in a whole nother, like, first of all, every state has different laws. So that's that. Secondly, y'all shouldn't have killed this man. Third of all 3 of y'all niggas were plotting to kill this man. You know what that looked like to me? As a producer standpoint, that looked like all 3 of y'all niggas was hating on that nigga. Cause that nigga was probably getting somewhere. And y'all wanted to backdoor his ass. That shit is crazy, man. Real crazy. Man, but it's your boy Prodigy Beats, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. And I'm out.